Hi, I'm Adi,
Hi, I'm Arisa.
and today we're here with Leo from Good Nugget. So, what advice would you give to your younger self?
I think that my advice to my younger self is to take more risks. I think there wasn't as many different opportunities when I started out, or I had less knowledge about the creative industry as well. And the only creative industry career paths were like graphic design, fashion, or architecture. I think in my first job, I kind of went down a very traditional career path. I was interested in graphics, thought graphics was it, then specialized in branding and packaging and did that for like 15 years. You know, I had an amazing career. It's been super inspiring. I get to work with loads of different people, but I wish I just tried more things. Just had a look around, didn't get stuck in one job, tried more different things, and not be afraid to try different things or be afraid to kind of fail at anything as well. So be more adventurous, don't be afraid to fail, and take more risks.
Okay, so I think it's really good that you've had such like an amazing career so far. So for somebody that was in that position then that you were starting out, how would you recommend that they would make a good CV?
I'm a designer by trade. That's what I've been doing for 15 years, and I'm very visual. So keep it simple, don't overclutter it, and don't over-design it. Leave the design for your portfolio, but your CV just need to list your experience and potentially some of the interests that might be relevant to the job that you're applying for. Be mindful of who you're sending it to, because if you are sending it in and you are applying for a design job, then designers are probably more visual people and they are looking for creative work. So they're not going to be looking at loads of your experience, where you went to school, or what GCSEs or what A-levels, whatever. What I want to know is that if you're applying for a fashion job and working at a fashion house, what do you love about fashion? What experience do you have in fashion? Or why would you be great at this fashion house? So many times you get like CVs and you're like, you're applying for this job, but yet we don't do anything like that. And I appreciate that if you're at the beginning of your career, you may not have loads of relevant experience, but at least make one of them kind of relevant to what you're applying for. And then I won't be chucking that away. It'll make me pay more attention to it.
What do you look for when someone is applying at entry level? What do you look for? Because at the end of the day, you've got no experience.
If you are applying for a job and you don't have loads of experience, I want to see that you're interested in this world that I work in. I think fashion's an easy example. So just tell me that you're interested in fashion. If you're trying to become a fashion designer, have you tried to make your own clothes in your own time? Have you tried to kind of design some stuff? Have you done some sketches? Like, have you pulled some looks together? Are you styling your friends? You know, you don't need a fashion degree to go do that stuff. If you're interested in fashion, make that kind of apparent. If I can see that in your CV, or like, you can have like a little portfolio of a sketchbook of work that you sent in. That for me is seeing that you've got initiative and you're thinking outside the box and you're going, do you know what? Leo works for Prada, I want to go work for him. I haven't got any relevant experience, but I'm going to do other things within the fashion world that's relevant.
Okay, so we've sort of covered like more specific skills. So what kind of soft skills or transferable skills would you recommend on a creative CV?
Oh, I think adaptability, you know, I don't think it's really underrated, isn't it? Because I think that people forget that you're going to be put in so many different positions, and someone who's adaptable and flexible and you're easy to get on with, who wouldn't want to work with you? If you're if you're happy to do any job, there's that flexibility and adaptability aspect. Great, I want to work with them. They can do anything, they take anything on. Ask loads of questions, don't be afraid to ask questions. Like, you can learn so much from so many different people, and there's never a bad question. I think don't be afraid to ask that stupid question that you think is stupid, because you know what, if you can get something out of it and you're going to learn from it, then that'll be amazing. So think about it, just don't be afraid. And I know it can be scary when you're in new environments to think, it's not really stupid to ask, but if you don't ask, you're never going to know, so you're going to never learn. And these are all skills that they don't teach you at university or at school. It's just things that you kind of pick up, but then suddenly you realize how powerful they can be.
So I guess last question is, how do you deal with imposter syndrome?
How do I deal with it? Do you know what? I suffer with it so badly. I speak to my friends, speak to my boyfriend, I'll be like, why am I there? Like, I'm like sweating now thinking about it, because like now that you've made it apparent, it's made me more nervous. But I think that it doesn't matter how much experience you have, you never stop doubting your own skills. And I think that is a pressure that you put on yourself because you want to be the best that you are, and that you want to pleased and you want to make sure that you're doing good. Like, I want to make sure that I'm giving you good advice and that I'm coming across inspiring, but like that I want to do. And you self-doubt yourself because you're worried about what you're going to say. You need to tell yourself why you're in that room, why are you there? Take a step back before or after that situation and go, there's a reason why I'm there. There's a reason why somebody wants to hear from me. And I think as the world evolves and we start to embrace diversity and people from different backgrounds, all of our lived experiences, all of our personal experience, we have something that we can share. Doesn't matter what age you are, whether you're 12, 14, 16, 17, 80, you can all learn something from someone that you could kind of take away. And I think that's the beauty of it. So you've always got something to bring.